So now our first topic is what are curves. So here we will discuss what are curves and how it look like. Maybe the pictures are there available on your screen. If you'll see, there are many diagrams which are available on your screen. If you'll see nicely, these are all curves. Now you have understood what are curves. You saw the picture what are curves. Now let me tell you what actually curve is and how to define it. How to define them. So let me read out a plane surface. The plane surface is there. Which is like a sheet of paper. The surface will have no thickness will not be there, and it will extend indefinitely, means it can go right side or left side, doesn't matter. If the number of points on a plane surface is joined without breaking them, without lifting the pencil or a pen, it will form a curve. Now see the first diagram, which is there. So according to their definition, they are saying that we can make any of the curves, but we should not lift the pen or pencil with what you are drawing. So let us see. So the diagram is there, just like diagram which is available for you. So like this is coming, like this is going. Let me draw some other curves. For example, if I am doing like this, they have lifted my pencil, pen, nothing, so it's a curve. Again, not yet lifted, curve. Not yet lifted, curve. So these all are curves. So just like if I am not lifting the pen or pencil with what I am making, on a plain sheet, so this all will termed as a curve. So you understood what do you mean by curve? So there are some of the more curves. You see, this all are curves. This all are curves. Understood what are curves? There are many diagrams which are available on screen. So all these are curves. What I tell you, the curve can be made like this without lifting the pen or pencil. It's made on a plain sheet, it does not have any thickness, and it can be straight to the right side or left side, anything. So let's go for the next one. So what we can see easily, so the figures which we have obtained or which is visible on your screen, these all are curves. In simple language, if I'll use my marker and I will draw a diagram, just like if I'll draw a diagram like this. See, I'm just like making a diagram. The picture that we have obtained, by using this one, that's a curve. Understood what I'm trying to say? So indirectly they're trying to say a plane figure which is be formed when we are joining a number of points. If you'll see, if these are points, only 1 point, 2 point, many points are there, just like this. These points are there. When I'm joining these all points without lifting the pencil or marker or a pen, without lifting anything, from the paper, and without retracing any portion of the drawing part, means we are not retracing it, again I'm not going backside, that's a curve. However, understood? So in our daily life, a curve means not only a straight line, it's not a straight line, right? It's not a straight line, so it's a curve. Understood this one? So now we have the first, there are 4 types of curves, on that. So we can say a curve, or it can be a plane curve. See, a curve can be also be termed as a plane curve. So what they're trying to say about the plane curve, if we use a pencil or a pen, and using a sheet of paper and moving that pen or pencil on the sheet of paper without lifting the pencil or paper, the shape that we obtain is a plane curve. So the figures which we obtain, the curve or the plane curve, both are same only. Understood what a curve and the plane curve? There are many examples that I've already showed you. Chalo, now go for the next one. So the next one is open curve. See the open curve. The picture which there are 4 pictures which are available on your screen. So now let me read for you what a open curve means. The curve which have different beginning and the end points. If you see the diagrams, see the diagram, the starting point and ending points are different. We see the diagram, the starting point and ending points are different. So if you see, the starting point and ending point both are different. If I'll assume this one as a starting point and draw the diagram, so this is my ending point. So if I'll assume this one as my starting point, I'll draw the diagram, this is the ending point. Again the same thing. So if you'll see, the starting point and ending point are both are different. So open curve looks like this only when, according to the definition, is what? The starting point and the ending point are different in an open curve. So the curve which have a different beginning and the ending point, that is known as open curve. You can write the definition what I am saying according to that. End curve and open curve. Or indirectly we can say the curve which is not closed. Now what is closed? So that's why it is better to say the curve that is having different beginning point and the end points are different. That's a open curve. So this is the first type of curve. Or second type of simple curve. I explained you 4 type. So simple curve is done. It's a plane curve. Sorry, this is a second curve. That's an open curve. Okay. Now in case, what I am doing, I'm just trying to add these two. I'm just adding these two. I'm just adding these two, adding these two. Now what is happening? The starting point now end point both are same or different? So they became same. They became same. The starting point and ending point now became same. So that is the case of a closed curve. So what do you mean by closed curve? The curve which is having a same opening and having a same opening and closing end. Okay, understood? The curve whose end point and the starting point are same. Okay, end point is same and the starting point is also same. Okay, that do you mean by closed curve. Okay, or the curve which is not open, indirectly we can say. Okay, so again the same diagram, just have completed that one. Okay, if possible the diagrams are lying on your screen, the closed curve. Okay, let's go for the next one. So next one is simple closed curve. So we know what is a closed curve. Yes sir, we know what is a closed curve. Now if you will see the diagram which is available on your screen, it shows you a simple closed curve. So what is the difference in this one? What is the difference between the closed curve and the simple closed curve? We will see the diagram nicely. Okay. So first let me read out the question for you. What do you mean by simple closed curve? Then I will explain you what is the difference between these two. The curve, okay, a closed curve which passes through the given point only once. Which passes through the given point only once is a simple closed curve. Okay, without crossing. Understand? Without crossing. Okay, let me show you. Or we can say that it's a simple closed curve. Okay, if it does not passes through one point more than once. Now, what do you mean by again this one? Let me show you. So before that, we have to understand what do you mean by not a simple curve. Simple curve you understood. Okay, we know the simple curve. But which one is not a simple curve? Okay, we have understood what is a simple curve, which is not a simple curve. For example, if I am drawing a line like this, so this is not a simple curve. Why? Because they are intersecting. Because it is intersecting. Simple curve, this is a simple curve. But if I am doing like this, or if I am doing like this, so it's not a simple curve. It's not a simple curve. Okay, it's not a simple curve. Clear? Because they are intersecting. They are intersecting. They should not intersect. Okay. So the diagram is there. One is simple curve, one is not a simple curve. You see the reason. One is not intersecting and one is intersecting. The one is which is intersecting is not a simple curve. Okay, it's not a simple curve. Okay. Okay. Now we'll come to the back topic. So we have understood what is not a simple curve. Now what is not a simple closed curve. So for example, if I am trying to make a star. Okay, star, let us draw a star. Okay, so like this. So I'll start from here. Like this, go like this, go like this, come like this. So here starting and ending points are same. Okay, so this point is the starting point, ending point both are same. So this is a closed curve. Is it a simple closed curve? No, because point of intersection, 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 intersection. So it's not a simple closed curve. Understood what do you mean by simple, not a closed, simple closed curve? Simple closed, it's not a simple closed curve. Okay, has the point of intersection is having. Okay. Understood, it's a closed curve, but not a simple closed curve. Understood the difference between a closed curve and a simple closed curve. And okay, next one. Now let us do a small worksheet. These are the 4 diagrams which are available on your screen. Okay, so now see, now you have to tell me which one is a simple curve and closed curve. Okay, between this one you have to tell me simple curve and the closed curve. So let us see what is a simple curve and closed curve. Okay, now if you will see, is it a simple one? Simple means it should not intersect. No, it's not intersecting. Moreover, the starting point and ending point are same. It does not have a starting point, different point, ending point. So we can say that it's a simple. It's a simple because it's not intersecting. Okay, as well as it's closed also. Okay, it is simple as well as closed. Great, good. Next one if you will see, is it intersecting? No sir. So it's a simple. Okay, great. So it's a simple. Okay, simple. Next, is it now having a single is having a opening and ending point? Yes, it is having different opening point, different ending point. So it's not a closed one. So not a closed one, not closed. They are saying that simple curve or closed curve you have to say. Okay, now let's see the third one. Now again you see this simple one. No sir, it is intersecting at this point. So how it can be simple? So not a simple, not simple curve. Okay, now is it a closed one? Yes sir, it is a closed one. It's a closed one. Okay, closed one. Now next one. Now you tell me, is it having any intersection? Yes sir, intersection is there at this point. It's not simple. It's not simple. Is it a closed one? Is it a closed one? Is it a closed one? No sir. It's open one. No, it's not a closed one. not closed also. Clear? Clear what I'm trying to say? Okay, what I'm trying to say, you understood this one? Okay, note down nicely.